Welcome to our deep dive today.
Yeah,
Today we're tackling poverty.
absolutely.
Head on.
That's right.
You shared an excerpt with us from the book Poverty is a Bastard.
Yeah.
And we're going to unpack what poverty really means,
Yep.
how it persists,
Yep.
and how AI could actually help turn the tide.
That's right. We're going to go beyond just the financial aspects of it,
Okay.
delving into mindset, global forces at play, and even how spiritual well-being factors in.
Okay, so let's dive in.
Yeah.
The book starts by challenging a common misconception.
Yes.
Poverty isn't just about a lack of money, is it?
Exactly. Think of it this way. You can have $1 million, but still lack dignity, opportunity, and hope.
Right.
All things that keep people trapped in a cycle of poverty.
Yeah. And the scale of this problem is just mind-blowing.
It is.
The World Bank estimates over 700 million people
Wow.
live on less than $1.90 a day.
It's crazy.
That means millions can't afford basic nutrition,
Yeah.
leading to health issues and hindering education. It's heartbreaking.
It truly is. And that's just one facet. Almost 2 billion people lack clean water and sanitation.
Wow.
Can you imagine that daily struggle?
Yeah.
And over 258 million children can't even afford to go to school.
Oh my God.
That's a generation robbed of their future.
It's easy to think of this as something that's happening over there, but the book really hits home that poverty exists everywhere.
Absolutely.
Even in developed nations.
Everywhere.
People are struggling to cover basic living costs, especially with today's rising prices and job insecurity.
Absolutely. Poverty wears many faces,
Right.
and its causes are complex. Poverty is a Bastard outlines 4 major root causes, starting with historical inequalities,
Yeah.
which is where the book's title really starts to make sense.
Right, we're talking about things like colonialism, where resources were stripped from countries,
Exactly.
leaving behind a legacy of poverty that continues to this day. It's like the sins of the past
Yes.
haunting the present.
Exactly. Then there are national power structures within countries themselves.
Oh.
Things like corruption or poorly designed economic policies that actively disadvantage the poor.
Yeah, and it's not just internal factors.
No.
The book also highlights how international systems, like
Right.
global trade and debt, can hinder a nation's growth, keeping it trapped in poverty.
Yeah.
It's like a global web of interconnected challenges.
Yeah, then bringing it into the 21st century,
Yeah.
you have the issue of technological divides.
Right.
AI has enormous potential, but if people lack digital literacy or access,
Yeah.
they're left further behind.
Right.
For example, automation is replacing factory jobs at an alarming rate, leaving many without the skills to transition to new roles.
It's like a double whammy.
It is.
But Poverty is a Bastard doesn't just focus on these external factors.
No.
It dives deep into the power of mindset,
Yeah.
specifically the difference between a poverty mindset and an abundance mindset.
Exactly.
Can you elaborate on that?
Think of it this way. A poverty mindset focuses on scarcity and fear. It whispers, there's not enough to go around. And success is for other people.
Okay.
But an abundance mindset believes in possibilities.
Yeah.
It sees setbacks as temporary and opportunities for growth.
So someone with a poverty mindset might avoid a chance to start a business
Exactly.
because they're terrified of failing, while someone with an abundance mindset would embrace the learning experience, even if it doesn't work out perfectly.
Exactly. And the book suggests some pretty surprising tools to help cultivate an abundance mindset.
Okay.
Something you wouldn't expect in a book about poverty.
What's that?
Apps.
I love this part. Poverty is a Bastard specifically mentions 3 apps.
Yes.
You Need a Budget,
Right.
YNAB, Acorns,
Yeah.
and Headspace.
Well-
It's amazing how technology can play a role in shifting your perspective.
Right. YNAB helps you gain control of your finances
Okay.
by aligning your spending with your goals.
Okay.
Think of it as a money GPS guiding you toward your dreams.
I love that, a money GPS.
Yeah.
And then there's Acorns, which makes investing accessible,
Yes.
even with small amounts of money.
It's
Suddenly, you're not just saving,
Right.
you're watching your money grow, which can be incredibly empowering.
Exactly. And Headspace,
Yeah,
the mindfulness app,
right.
helps cultivate a more positive outlook through meditation and mindfulness exercises.
Okay.
It's about rewiring your brain to focus on abundance, not lack.
It's fascinating how Poverty is a Bastard connects technology to personal growth.
Yeah.
But the book doesn't stop at mindset.
No.
It also provides a solid foundation in financial literacy,
Yes.
using a tool called the wealth pyramid to
Ah.
illustrate the key
The
concepts.
wealth pyramid is a powerful visual.
Okay.
It breaks financial stability down into 3 levels.
Okay.
The base is income stability,
Okay.
ensuring you have a reliable income to cover your basic needs.
Got it.
The middle level is asset building, things like savings investments, even owning property,
Yeah.
all of which grow over time.
And at the top of the pyramid,
The top is passive income. These are assets that generate money without constant effort, like rental income from a property.
okay.
It's the ultimate goal, having your money work for you.
The book goes into much greater detail on each level, but even just grasping this framework
Right.
feels empowering for anyone just starting their financial journey.
Absolutely. And the next step, as Poverty is a Bastard highlights, is setting smart goals.
Okay.
It's a crucial part of breaking the cycle of poverty.
Great. SMART goals. SMART being an acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound.
Yeah.
It's about turning a vague desire like, I want to be rich,
Right.
into a concrete plan.
Precisely. Imagine instead of I want to be rich, your goal is I want to save $5,000 for a down payment on a reliable car in the next 2 years.
Yeah.
Now you have a target, a timeline, and a tangible plan to make it happen.
That's a game changer.
It is.
And Poverty is a Bastard connects this goal setting directly to budgeting, specifically suggesting the 50-30-20 rule.
Yes.
Can you break that down for us?
The 50-30-20 rule is a simple but effective budgeting framework.
Okay.
You allocate 50% of your income for your needs, things like rent, utilities, groceries.
Right.
Then 30% goes towards your wants, entertainment, dining out, hobbies.
Yeah.
And the final 20% is dedicated to savings and debt repayment.
It sounds so straightforward, yet so many people struggle with budgeting.
That's why the book emphasizes the importance of having the right tools. It even suggests specific apps for budgeting, debt management, and building an emergency fund.
That emergency fund is crucial, right?
It is.
Having that cushion of 3 to 6 months of living expenses
Yes.
can be a lifesaver if something unexpected happens.
Absolutely. It provides a safety net so you don't fall back into debt when life throws a curveball. Poverty is a Bastard recommends apps like Debt Payoff Planner and Capital, which help you automate your savings and tackle debt strategically.
So you're not just relying on willpower, you're using technology to your advantage.
Exactly. Once you have that foundation, the book dives into building multiple income streams, which is particularly relevant in today's economy.
Right. Relying on a single source of income is risky.
It is.
The book highlights the rise of the gig economy, freelancing, and starting online businesses.
Yes.
There are so many opportunities thanks to technology that weren't available even a few years ago.
Precisely. And of course, Poverty is a Bastard emphasizes investing for long-term wealth, even if you start small. Okay. Every dollar invested is a seed planted for your future.
And that's where AI comes into play, right?
Yeah.
It's fascinating how this powerful technology is portrayed as both a potential threat and a powerful tool for empowerment.
It's the double-edged sword of AI.
Right.
On one hand, it's automating jobs at an unprecedented rate. Take self-checkout kiosks, replacing cashiers, for instance.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it's creating entirely new opportunities in fields like AI development and data science.
Okay.
These are high-paying, in-demand jobs that offer a pathway out of poverty. It's about upskilling, adapting, and embracing these new opportunities.
It's a call to action, isn't it? To upskill, adapt, and embrace the changing landscape. The book even recommends online learning platforms like Coursera to acquire those in-demand skills.
Exactly. We can't afford to be passive in the face of these technological advancements. We need to be proactive, seeking out opportunities to learn and grow.
Poverty is a Bastard really drives that point home.
Yes.
It's not about being a victim of circumstance.
No.
It's about taking control of your future.
Absolutely. And while AI can disrupt industries,
Yeah.
it can also empower individuals to manage their finances more effectively. There are AI-powered apps that make budgeting, investing, and even taxes easier for everyday people.
It's like AI is leveling the playing field, giving everyone access to tools and insights that were previously reserved for the wealthy or financially savvy.
Exactly. The book mentions apps like Mint for budgeting and Betterment for investing.
Oh,
These AI-driven tools personalize your financial strategy,
okay.
making it easier to reach your goals.
It's incredible how technology can be harnessed for good. But Poverty is a Bastard doesn't just stop at individual empowerment.
Yeah.
It zooms out to examine the role of national governments
Uh-huh.
and how their policies can impact poverty.
That's a crucial piece of the puzzle. Governments have the power to either alleviate or exacerbate poverty through their policies.
Right.
Good policies create a safety net with things like accessible healthcare, quality education, and a fair tax system.
But bad policies can actually make things worse, right?
Absolutely. Corruption, unfair tax burdens on the poor, and a lack of essential services all contribute to a cycle of poverty that's incredibly difficult to break free from. Poverty is a Bastard highlights the need for responsible governance that prioritizes the well-being of all citizens.
It's a reminder that breaking the cycle of poverty requires effort on multiple fronts. Personal responsibility, yes, but also systemic change.
Exactly. It's about individuals taking charge of their finances and mindsets while advocating for policies that create a more just and equitable society.
Poverty is a Bastard paints a complex picture,
It does.
but it also offers a roadmap for change.
It does.
And the book doesn't just rely on statistics and theories.
Right.
It shares real-life success stories
Yes.
of people who broke free from poverty.
That's right. We meet individuals like Sarah, a single mother who used budgeting apps and small investments to build a brighter future for her family.
And there's also Linda, who leveraged her creativity and entrepreneurial spirit to build a thriving online business selling her crafts.
And James, who faced overwhelming debt, but through careful planning and financial discipline, was able to achieve financial stability. These stories demonstrate that it's possible to break free from poverty's grasp, even when the odds seem stacked against you.
These stories offer a powerful message of hope, and Poverty is a Bastard goes a step further, challenging us, the readers, to be part of the solution. It suggests tangible actions we can take, no matter how small, to make a difference.
Absolutely. From supporting local economies by choosing small businesses and fair trade products to getting involved in community initiatives, even volunteering our time or skills, every little bit counts.
It's about recognizing our interconnectedness and understanding that even seemingly insignificant choices can create a ripple effect.
Exactly. Poverty is a Bastard.
Mm.
Emphasizes that we're all part of a larger ecosystem. Our actions, both individually and collectively, have the power to shape the world we live in.
So as you delve deeper into Poverty is a Bastard, what's resonating with you most? Are there any specific stories or strategies that stand out, or perhaps a spark of inspiration for how you might apply these ideas to your own life? Take a moment to reflect on these questions as we continue our deep dive into this thought-provoking and empowering book.
Yep.
It's amazing how Poverty is a Bastard doesn't just present a problem, but really guides you towards solutions. And it's not just about practical steps either. It delves into something we often overlook when discussing poverty, the spiritual dimension.
That's a crucial aspect the book brings to light.
Yeah.
It's not just about lacking material resources.
Right.
It's about lacking that inner strength and resilience that helps us navigate tough times.
Right.
Poverty is a Bastard suggests practices like gratitude journaling,
Okay.
meditation, even affirmations, to shift our focus from what we lack to what's possible.
It's almost like rewiring your brain, right?
Precisely.
Instead of seeing roadblocks everywhere, you start to see opportunities.
Exactly. And those opportunities are often hidden in plain sight.
Right.
But we need the right mindset to recognize them. Remember those apps we talked about earlier?
Yeah.
Headspace, for instance, can be incredibly powerful in cultivating that sense of abundance and possibility.
It all comes back to that core message. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right, poverty is a bastard. Really hammers home the point that our beliefs shape our actions. But while individual mindset is key, the book doesn't let us off the hook when it comes to acknowledging the systemic factors that perpetuate poverty.
Absolutely. It's like a two-sided coin. We need to work on ourselves.
Yes.
But we also need to be aware of the historical injustices,
Right.
the power structures and the economic policies
Right.
that keep people trapped in poverty.
Yeah.
It's not about blaming the system.
Right.
It's about understanding how it works
Yeah.
so we can advocate for change.
And I think that's where the book really shines. It doesn't just leave you feeling overwhelmed or helpless.
Right.
It empowers you to think critically and take action.
Exactly. It reminds us that we're not powerless. Even small actions can make a difference. Think about it.
Yeah.
Supporting local businesses instead of multinational corporations can help strengthen your local economy. Choosing fair trade products ensures workers are treated ethically. Volunteering your time or skills can have a direct impact on your community. These might seem like small gestures,
Yeah.
but they contribute to a larger movement for a more equitable system.
It's like a ripple effect.
It is.
And speaking of positive ripples,
Yeah.
I'm really intrigued by the book's exploration of AI. It's presented as this double-edged sword that could either worsen poverty or revolutionize how we eradicate it.
AI's potential is truly groundbreaking. We're already seeing it with those financial management apps we discussed.
Right.
They make budgeting, saving, even investing accessible to everyone, regardless of their income or tech expertise. This wasn't possible a decade ago.
It's like AI is democratizing access to financial tools and knowledge.
Exactly.
Which is incredibly exciting.
And AI's potential goes beyond personal finance.
Okay.
It's creating jobs in entirely new fields,
Okay.
like data science and machine learning. These are high-paying, in-demand jobs that offer a pathway out of poverty.
Yeah.
It's about upskilling, adapting, and embracing these new opportunities.
So while AI might automate some jobs out of existence, it's also creating new ones.
Right.
Which requires us to be adaptable and embrace lifelong learning.
It does.
But what about AI's role on a larger scale beyond individual empowerment?
Well, imagine AI-powered tools that can predict financial hardship before it happens,
Okay.
allowing for timely intervention, or AI systems that connect people in need with the right resources at the right time. We're just scratching the surface of AI's potential to address poverty on a global scale.
It's mind-blowing to think about the possibilities. But the book also cautions against blindly embracing technology without considering the ethical implications.
Right. We need to be mindful of potential downsides like job displacement and algorithmic bias. It's crucial that we develop and implement AI responsibly,
Okay.
ensuring it benefits everyone, not just a select few. That's why the conversation about national and international policies is so important.
It's like we need a framework for ethical AI development, right? To make sure it's used as a force for good.
And that's where governments come in.
Yeah.
They have a huge responsibility to create a system that supports people,
Okay.
not just corporations. Poverty is a bastard.
Yeah.
Highlight specific policies that can make a real difference in the fight against poverty.
Like those we talked about earlier.
Yes.
Accessible healthcare, quality education, and a fair tax system that doesn't disproportionately burden the poor.
Right. It's about moving away from a system that punishes poverty
Yeah.
and towards a system that supports opportunity and empowers people to lift themselves up. But we don't have to wait for governments to act. We can take action in our own communities right now.
That's empowering. So what are some things we can do right now to make a difference?
The book offers a wealth of practical advice, from budgeting and saving to investing and starting a business. It introduces us to tools and resources that make these tasks less daunting. It's like a roadmap for building a better financial future.
It's about taking control of our own finances, but it's also about cultivating the right mindset.
Yes.
The book emphasizes the importance of believing in yourself, persevering through challenges, and embracing a growth mindset.
Setbacks are inevitable on any journey,
Right.
but they don't have to define us. Poverty is a bastard encourages us to see challenges as opportunities for growth and never give up on our dreams of a better life. It's a powerful message of hope and resilience.
And it's not just about individual action, it's about collective action.
Exactly. Supporting local businesses, fair trade practices, volunteering our time and skills. These are all ways we can contribute to a more just and equitable world.
So as we continue to unpack Poverty is a Bastard, I'm curious, what are some key takeaways that are resonating with you? What specific actions or changes are you considering based on what we've discussed? Take a moment to ponder these questions as we move into the final part of our deep dive. You know, one of the things that really struck me about Poverty is a Bastard is its emphasis on education. And not just traditional schooling,
Right.
but like a lifelong commitment to learning and expanding your skill set.
The book really drives home the point that we need to be adaptable, especially with technology changing so rapidly. Think about AI and automation, for example. Instead of fearing these advancements, Poverty is a Bastard encourages us to see them as opportunities for growth, both personally and professionally.
It's like that saying, the only constant is change.
Yeah,
And to thrive in a constantly changing world, we need to embrace lifelong learning.
They do.
But the book goes beyond individual learning. It also highlights the importance of sharing that knowledge with others.
absolutely. Mentorship, community education programs, even just open conversations about finances with friends and family.
Right.
These can all make a huge difference.
It's about creating a culture where people feel comfortable talking about money,
Yeah,
asking for help and supporting each other.
absolutely.
It's about breaking down the stigma surrounding poverty and recognizing that we're all in this together.
Exactly. Collective action is essential for creating lasting change. And speaking of collective action, the book also dives into the role of governments and international organizations. This is a conversation we can't afford to ignore.
Right.
It's easy to get caught up in personal responsibility, but systemic change is crucial for addressing the root causes of poverty.
Poverty is a bastard really challenges us to hold our leaders accountable.
It encourages us to advocate for policies that promote economic justice and opportunity for all things like affordable housing, accessible healthcare, quality education, and a fair tax system that doesn't disproportionately burden the poor.
It's about using our voices and our votes to create a system that supports people, not just corporations, but the book's message extends beyond national borders.
Yes.
It calls for global solidarity.
Right. Poverty anywhere affects us all.
Mm-hmm.
Poverty is a bastard, reminds us of our interconnectedness, and urges us to support initiatives that promote fair trade, sustainable development, and international cooperation. It's a reminder that we're all part of a global community and we have a shared responsibility to create a world where everyone has the opportunity to thrive.
It's a powerful message of unity and hope. Poverty is a Bastard is a challenging book. It doesn't sugarcoat the realities of poverty, but it also offers a path forward. It's a call to action, but it's also a beacon of hope.
The book equips us with knowledge, tools, and inspiration to make a difference. It reminds us that even small steps taken consistently and collectively can have a profound impact.
So as we conclude our deep dive into Poverty is a Bastard,
Yeah.
I'm left with a sense of urgency, but also a sense of possibility.
Yeah.
This book has shown us that the fight against poverty is complex, but it's a fight we can win.
It all comes down to this: what will you do with this knowledge? What actions will you take, no matter how small, to contribute to a world where poverty is no longer a bastard, but a challenge we've overcome together?
That's the question I hope you'll carry with you as you continue your own journey.
Eyes anoint you, starlight.